9th and 8th grade, yes. So big face-off, and then tomorrow it's going to be seniors versus 10th grade.
So there's going to be 5 class points to whoever wins today, 5 class points for whoever wins tomorrow, and then 5 class points for whoever wins the whole thing. So you can win up to 10 points for your class. And then the food drive is still going on. If you don't know where your food bins are, 8th grade is going to be in Mr. Hall's room. 9th grade is in a room. 10th, I'll figure it out. 10th grade's in Miss Barry's room. Mr. B's room, 11th grade is in Mr. Murray's room, 12th grade is in Mr. Fink's room. So please donate food, and then also we're also having a competition worth class points for whoever decorates their bin the nicest, and that's going to be this Friday's the cutoff date. So start decorating. Please bring in food. Each bin that a class fills, you get 5 points. So we're giving a lot of class points, and you can win a lot of them.
So yeah, definitely participate in that. Also, No Shave November, people, if you're doing it, keep it up, because by the end of the month, if you're a bearded boy, you're going to get a photo in the yearbook.
We have 2 sophomore speeches today, so please keep your announcements short or we'll kick you out.
I'll make this really short. Okay, I went into my art room a couple days ago and I found brushes in the sink with paint on them, not clean. So, you guys know better than that. If I find anybody using my art room and not cleaning up materials, you'll lose your privilege to use the art room. So you'll have to talk to Mr. Martin about that.
Buongiorno, Calimera. 120 days from today, wheels up. The 38 of you who are going to Italy and Greece with us. It's an amazing number, it's an amazing group. You should check your emails. Mrs. Sanford and I have sent you one email, and we're in the process of preparing others, and you're also getting updated from EF Tours. The most important thing right now is to confirm your passport name. Go to the EF website and make sure that the passport does not expire while you're there, and that the name is correct for ticketing purposes. Okay, $200 change once the ticket has been issued. Right? Thank you. Yeah.
I learned in kindergarten. Color in between the lines, take a nap in the afternoon, don't hit, share, and while sometimes you need to do things for yourself, other times all you need is a little help. Help and support can come in unexpected ways. When my mom and I walked into the classroom on the first day of kindergarten, I was extremely nervous and clung to her leg for dear life. Slowly, all the other parents started to leave, but I still didn't want my mom to say goodbye. One of the teachers walked over to me, bent down, and asked if I needed a hug. This gave me the courage to finally let go and say goodbye. Of course, from then on, she was my favorite teacher, and saying goodbye got a little easier each day. Eventually, I became more independent. I soon noticed that everyone in my class got notes from their parents and special sandwiches in their lunchboxes every day, except me. I was jealous of my classmates, and I wanted to show them that I got love notes and special sandwiches too. I asked my mom if she could do it, but she kept forgetting, so I decided to do it myself. I wrote on huge pieces of colorful construction paper in sparkly rainbow words, "I love you, Claire. Love, Claire." Then I added drawings and stickers. I cut and colored until I had enough to last a month. The next morning, when nobody was looking, I snuck my sandwich out of my lunchbox and cut it into the shape of a heart. During lunch, when everybody else pulled out their small love notes on napkins, I pulled out my extra large rainbow sparkly note from my lunchbox. Everybody stared at me enviously as I ate my heart-shaped peanut butter and jelly with pride. I may have developed courage and independence in kindergarten, but I also learned you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help and support. That's even more true in high school. Our parents and teachers will always be there when we need them. Today, I got a note in my lunchbox. It said, "Good luck on your sophomore speech," and it definitely wasn't my handwriting.
Take this quiz. Name the 5 wealthiest people in the world during the last century. Name 10 winners of the Nobel Prize. Name the last decade's worth of Super Bowl winners. How'd you do? These are no second-rate achievers. They're the best in their fields. The point is, no one remembers the headlines of yesterday. Applause dies, awards tarnish, achievements can be forgotten. Accolades and certificates are buried with their owners. Here's another quiz. List a few teachers who've aided your journey through school. Name 3 friends who've helped you through a difficult time. Name 10 people who've taught you something worthwhile. Easier? The people who make a difference in your life are not the ones with the most credentials, money, or awards. Many will walk in and out of your life, leaving footprints for you to follow. Therefore, I believe the answer to a fulfilling life is to discover which footprints matter. Here's a footprint that made a difference to me. I've been trained at a karate studio since kindergarten. At age 9, I had my first karate test that presented me with the challenge of breaking a wooden board with a kick. Thankfully, I passed the test, but I failed to break the board. 6 months later, I had another test, and I got my next belt, and another unbroken board. I tried time and time again to break one of those boards, but I couldn't manage it until I was 11 years old and many belts higher. Other children who, like me, had failed to break their boards would often cry or let it affect the joy of advancing another rank. These setbacks never fazed me though. I always figured that, hey, I've got my belt. What's there to complain about? Many years and broken boards later, I was watching a group of younger students trying to break those very same wooden planks for the first time. After they had gotten their belts, I noticed my instructor talking to a couple of sobbing students in the corner holding undamaged panels in their hands. I heard him shout, "Is Connor Goodson here?" I quickly jogged over and stood in front of the sniveling children. "Now Connor," my instructor asked, "how many boards did you fail to break before you broke your first one?" I thought for a moment and replied, 4, sir." My instructor nodded and looked at the young boys and girls. "And did you ever cry or give up trying?" "No. You held your head high and eventually broke it." Now, I was never happy that I couldn't break those boards at a young age while others could, but I never let it stop me. I believe 20 years from now, I won't even remember how many boards I've broken on my road to becoming a black belt. What I will remember is that afternoon where my instructor cared enough to recognize the struggle I had gone through and made me feel proud of how I had handled it. With all the distractions, pressures, and setbacks that I will inevitably face, caring and being cared for is what really makes a difference. I'm off to follow some of those footprints, and I hope to leave a few of my own along the way.
Girls, field hockey, please meet at the flagpole after break.
I'm going to make this quick. Classical Honor Society meeting today in the underworld. We will be finishing up our 12 tables. Woohoo! If you cannot make it to the meeting, please put your name on the dock under approve, deny, or abstain by the end of today. Thank you.
Actors from Pippin, please turn in your script from me, to me today or tomorrow. And if you have a prop that you contributed to Pippin, please go pick it up today or soon.
Props, we're going to meet during health and fitness today to finish cleaning up the backstage, so remember to get permission from your health and fitness instructors. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yearbook, we're having a meeting on Friday, C-Day, that's separate from the morning, so we want everybody to be there so we can get on the same page.
During lunch, so try to take this over priority over everything else. And also today, if we could have JSA and the Flower Cup meet at the flagpole, I'll take your pictures. Thank you.
Also, volleyball Friday, also, don't forget, we'll be meeting in front of the chapel. I'm gonna go with chapel, front of chapel, to meet your super buddies. And Unison, I have something to tell you too. Last thing, work jobs. I've been getting a lot of complaints, especially with the garbage cans. Please get those done, especially on Fridays. Also, if you are still not sure at this point what your work job is, come talk to me or Austin and they'll tell you what it is.
Field hockey girls, I need you to give me $6 for senior gift, ideally by Friday. Thank you.
Hi, so like CJ and I are in this thing called Yak, and a bunch of other kids from New York go to it, and it's super cool, and we do art there after school, and there's a show this Friday.
Yeah, and it's going to be at Yak Studios, Calle Principal.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the number is. But be there.
5 to 9, and if you need information on the address or anything, you can ask CJ.
We're going to model you out. If you're on the executive council, we're having a meeting tomorrow at tutorial in the morning.
Okay, and then,
What?
no, okay, and if you're on exec council, can we just meet outside real quick? And I'd like to say that we have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Go to
Good job.
class.